back on Kababayan Today. Our next ballet dancer here on the show is a 17-year-old senior at Beverly Hills High School. Kasama natin si Alexandra Del Rosario at 11 taon na siyang sumasayaw sa eskwelahan ni Marat Dayukev and has danced for the many roles of the Nutcracker, such as the Sugar Plum Fairy, the Snow Queen, and even a Dewdrop. Let's get to know her here on the show. Hello, Alexandra.
Hi.
All right, so you just finished the production of the Nutcracker again.
Yeah.
How has it been all these years performing in this very well-known ballet?
Well, it's definitely been something that I'm going to treasure forever. And this year being the last was one of the most difficult. And it was bittersweet.
Why is it the last performance?
Well, so I'm a senior in high school, so then that means I am applying to colleges, and that means I'm going to be leaving.
Going away.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So you've done this every Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? So I'm sure you have amazing memories of being on stage and playing multiple roles.
Yeah.
Out of all the roles that you've done and performed for, what are your favorite?
One favorite is definitely Sugar Plum, because that year, well, there's this one incident that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered pointe shoes one size too small. So then that resulted in a huge blister around this big. On the back of my heel. That year was especially important because it just showed that I could persevere through anything just to continue with the show. As many say, the show must go on despite whatever happens.
That's right.
So that definitely showed that I could do what no obstacles can stop me.
Even though your shoes were too small, my goodness.
Yeah.
You know, they say the Filipino has a very resilient spirit, and it just goes to show that you have that spirit, right? Despite the obstacles. Wow, that must have been very painful, and yet despite that, you moved through it with a smile and you danced your heart out.
Yeah.
Talk about dancing. How has this been a part of your life? I mean, your very short life. I know you're 17, but you've been dancing for 11 years. That's a long time.
Yeah. So, well, I like to express myself a lot. Like, I also do a radio show, and I do graphic design. I play piano.
So you really are an artist in a big sense.
Yeah. So then self-expression is really important to me. And here in ballet, I just feel like I could escape from
all
everything.
The drama of real life, right? You
Yes.
just put everything aside and you really focus.
And then this is like a medium for me to express to an audience who will be willing to listen and watch me for what I want to
pursue
promote,
and do.
yeah.
There aren't a lot of Filipino-Americans that are in ballet companies. What do you think is the biggest challenge as a Filipina to break into this industry?
To be honest, I'm not too sure as to
Because
why. But
you really need the discipline.
You do.
I mean, when you talk about discipline as an athlete, I mean, as a ballet dancer, you're an athlete, right? It's difficult to pursue. Yeah.
it's a difficult question. I mean, there's not really an exact response as to why it's like that.
Yeah. Well, you have to change that. You know, you and your family of Filipino-Americans are really making a name for yourselves, you know, in the ballet circuit. I know that you have competed in several places all over, in San Francisco and Huntington Beach. Talk to us about competing for ballet.
Well, competing for ballet, after a while, I just stopped seeing it as a competition, but more as another chance to perform and let other people see what you can do. Just more self-expression, and at the end of the day, it's not so much what the judges think, and it's really more that, okay, wow, I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Although that there's so much stress beforehand, it just comes out amazing. And it's
just
wow.
an experience that you'll take away with you. Okay, you dance with your siblings. How has that been?
Of course, there's sibling tension that carries on from the house to ballet, without a doubt.
Of course.
But I mean, it's so nice because not many siblings can say that they do the same activities, because there are so many people who have siblings that do soccer, then swim, then everything else. like my parents say that they're just so happy that we're unified in one activity. They don't have to drive around and keep on spending on gas.
One drop off, one
exactly,
pickup, right?
Exactly. So then it's also brought us so much closer. Like we sit down at the dinner table and we talk about what's happening in ballet. There's always something for us to talk about, and it just brings us together.
Okay, you have a younger brother
yeah.
who's also taking ballet classes. Talk to us about that.
Well, he enjoys it so much. Like just a couple of days ago, he just loves to dance and perform.
Yeah,
he's a showstopper.
He takes it after you and your sister. Well, I'm very excited that you're on the show because we talked to your cousin Sophia. We're going to talk to your sister when we return here on Kababayan Today. Makikilala naman natin ang kapatid ni Alexander and your brother Momo. So when we return, don't go away. You'll get to meet them.